Anytime you live in a society supposedly based upon law, and it doesn't enforce its own law because the color of a man's skin, then I say those people are justified to resort to any means necessary to bring about justice.
Hey Dolores, quick question. What do you think about when I say TikTok?
It's the new thing, new technology.
Yes. And so I'm asking because we are working on a project to establish a culture of education related to making TikTok videos that draw from a historical database. So the goal is to share content that contextualizes this current moment in the Black liberation movement by going back to the past to learn knowledge that moves us into the future. And so we are talking to educators about how to support a learning process. And we are talking to elders to build the physical database that people can access to make videos.
What moved you to want to do this project?
You hear a lot in this time that this is a movement spanning generations. We've been systematically separated from a deep vessel of wealth and knowledge and power. And for me, the problem is we need to be reconnected.
So much intentional disconnection and misdirection in the American education system that we have to claim that knowledge.
Knowledge creates change. The more you know, more things happen.
And if we're all supposed to be leaders of this movement, we all have a duty to know.
I also think about how you frame the ways kids might be exploring what else there is to learn. For people to truly be imaginative, they're actually taking way more of a risk. And are there any ways to model that or support kids in that?
Wondering what you think belongs in the archive.
Funny, and it's sad that this is not a historical point of reference when we look at history and we look at struggle, particularly around police brutality and police struggles. So the summer of '67 was known as the long, hot summer. The kind of scenes that you see from the 50s, Mississippi's and down south was happening in Detroit. People were fighting police with bricks and rocks, and they were turning over police cars, and they were burning buildings, and it turned into kind of what it was when we first saw the George Floyd stuff happen. I think it's important to know history because you can't talk about dismantling something that you don't know how it was built. The thing that I would say is that just continue to press and be curious, continue these dialogues, and to bring in free thinkers.
And I look at iconic figures, Ella Baker. When she explains to you the struggle is every day, and I've taken that seriously all my life. It was Paula Murray that coined the phrase Jane Crow, and she was at Howard in law school, being the only female. Paula Murray did interstate travel 15 years before Rosa Parks. But the reason why the NAACP wouldn't take her case, she was dressed ambiguously, and she was with a female companion. Black Lives Matter. Those three young women came together with a hashtag. Look at you guys, you are coming. You have an opportunity to move the needle.
Right, now it's time to mobilize. Everybody don't have to be out there marching, but you guys are marching right now because you are actively getting solutions to be able to help and better mankind.
We can take to the streets, and we're also taking to the archives and like going back and looking and reconnecting with our history and that all that power.
And I think that this TikTok Time Machine offers an opportunity to use a platform that people are already using to stay true to that method of generating consistent urgency to fight for a different future.
And you have to reach out to your friends who think they are making it good and get them to understand that they, as well as you and I, cannot be free in America or anywhere else where there is capitalism and imperialism. Make the struggle and have to make the fight for freedom every day in the year. Black Lives Matter! Every year. Freedom! Until they win it.